Hi, my name is Charity Sampsell, and I'm honored to share my testimony through this time. And I first just want to thank God for His faithfulness and His love and His ability to just stand by us all the time, and He never leaves. And my story greatly reflects His unconditional love and His patience and His purpose. And we all have a purpose. If you are in prison or out of prison, everyone has something great that they were called to do and that they were born to do. And I know when people think of an inmate or someone who's in prison, oh, they've lived their life like that. They're a criminal. They live the streets and all the other labels that people put on them. I didn't live that life, but I found myself in the same place as some of those people did and still do. Brokenness and rejection and abandonment and all those forces, they don't discriminate, and they don't just pray and make themselves known to people that aren't Christians or people who do everything right or do everything wrong. We all go through times in our lives where it hurts and there's pain. I grew up in a Christian home. I grew up knowing that God was real, and we sang the songs that Jesus loved us and He died for us, and I had a good life. I didn't grow up in a dangerous place or in a rough place. But I wasn't immune to brokenness, and I wasn't immune to abandonment and rejection. And through the course of my life, when those forces came at me, instead of running to God and pursuing Him and letting Him help me, I tried to figure everything out on my own, and I tried to do it my way. And in my heavy pride that I walked in, I said, you know what, God, I can do this without you, because I don't understand this, and I don't understand why you're not helping me in the way that I want you to help me. So I just gave up, which happens to a lot of people. You give up. And in that place of just throwing in the towel and not knowing what to do and thinking that God didn't love me, I made mistakes. And I was in prison for 3.5 years. And in those 3.5 years was when I truly I had to surrender. I had to just come to the end of myself. And God was very adamant about pursuing me. He was very adamant about not letting me just completely stop living. There were many times where the Holy Spirit would very clearly and very loudly would say, Charity, get up. Get up. And I didn't want to. But His love is so great. And through my time away, He just ministered to me in that cell for hours and hours and hours every day. And He brought people from Yoke Fellowship. He brought people from other ministries to just love on me and to help me and to support me, even in the moments where I didn't want to be bothered, even in the moments where I was like, you know what? I don't have time for that. I don't want that. They were there, and I'm so grateful. So please don't ever devalue any minute that is spent in prison ministry, because it does matter. And I know God used many mighty women to help me learn and grow and not give up. So through the course of my prison time, I spent it all with Him. And it wasn't easy. Like I said, there were many times I was like, I can't do this anymore. But He just continued to show me the way. And even now, He continues to show me the way. He has He has, and he is only beginning to restore my family, and he has restored my marriage to a place that it's better than it's ever been. Work is good, and it's the truth. It's the truth that really does set us free. It's the truth that so many men and women don't know. And even I myself, I didn't know. Like I said, I grew up in a Christian home, but I knew God, but I didn't really know the truth of who he is. And I didn't know the truth of the life that he has called us to live. It's a great life. And it's an abundant, and it's a whole, and it's a miraculous life. And he showed that to me. And for whatever reason, whether I didn't pursue it enough or it just wasn't in existence to my growing up, I didn't know the truth. I knew parts, but I didn't know the whole. And through my time away, he just dumped on me truth. And I think that's the biggest testimony that I want to share is he's faithful. And he showed me the way, and he continues to show me the way. And there was a time in my life where I would run to people. I would run to people for affirmation. I would run to people for value. I would run to people for love. And when all that was gone is when I learned that, oh wait, that's all found in him. And that's enough. And he walked me through that. So now I know that I'm loved, and I know that I'm valued. And it doesn't matter if I'm in a room full of people or even like now, a room with just a couple. He loves me. And he showed that to me in a way that no one will ever be able to take it away from me. The lessons that I learned while I was in prison, no one will ever be able to take them away. And there's so many people in prison who they just need a chance. And they just need love. And it's not hard. It's not hard to show people love. It's not hard to just treat them like Jesus would treat them. You know, pray for them, encourage them, give to them. It's not hard. And the women in Yoke Fellowship, they did that. And I'm so thankful for this ministry. And the work that they do, the work that all of you do, it's phenomenal. And God is faithful to just love us. And that's my biggest cry, that people will just let him love you. And that's what I had to do. That's what I had to do in the middle of a cell. I said, okay, let's do this. And in that moment, so much changed for me. And it was a decision that only I could make for myself, and we all can only make for ourselves. And I've never turned back from that decision because, first of all, he's not going to let me. Because I know he loves me way too much. And second of all, we can't do this without him. None of us can. And so growing up and going through everything I went through, going to prison, losing everything, but I didn't lose everything. He has showed me that I'm going to get it all back in greater ways than I ever had to begin with. So my testimony is one of his faithfulness, his love, his abundant desire to just favor us and speak truth and show us the way, and to put us with people and to be the people that will continue to bring him everywhere we go. Thank you.